Greetings, spellers. Welcome to our Thursday lesson. Today is the 3rd of December. Remember, we're in a new month. 12 is the number for December, the 12th month of the year. So we are nearing the end of 2020. Right, that's our year. And today is the 3rd. We are on lesson number 43. And today, scholars, our lesson is all about abbreviations. So abbreviations are shortened ways of writing some words. And I have a few examples there on the post-it, right? Friday, Thursday, which is today, November, which was last month, December, the month we're in now, avenue, street, right? We could go on with many abbreviations for days and months and right addresses. But today we are focusing on 4 abbreviations that relate to people. And in these abbreviations, the capital letter and the period are very important parts of that. Our very first word today is Mrs. So the abbreviation for Mrs. is capital M R S period. Right? So when you're writing Mrs. Helverson's name or Mrs. Stower's name, you would write capital M R S period, which stands for Mrs. Now, scholars, we're going to do something a little bit different with our words today. Instead of analyzing them to, right, which would be strange. How do you analyze Mrs., right? This doesn't look like the word Mrs. It's the abbreviation for Mrs. So behind here, we're going to write that abbreviation, Mrs., is the abbreviation for the word mistress, like the mistress of the house, right? The lady of the house, right? These come from, right, history, right? So the mistress of the house, like the lady of the house, the mother of the house, right? The woman who is in charge, like the highest up woman of the house, the mistress of the house. So you can see how those letters are in the word mistress, right? The M, the R, and the S. So Mrs. So that's the abbreviation for Mrs. And then, skipping a line, Mr. is capital M, R, period. Right? So when you're writing Mr. Ritz or Mr. Long or Mr. Martin, right? Capital M, R, period. And that is the abbreviation for the word Mr., which again comes from the head male of the house. Traditionally, in history, it would have been like the master of the house. So we don't think of, or should not think of, only the males being like the master of the house, right? But the Mr., the master, and the mistress of the house would be like the heads of the house, right? Like the owners of the home. Mr. And again, you can see, right, the letters M and R in Mr. Right? Then our next one can be pronounced Miss or Ms. Right? Miss or Ms. Right? So if you're writing Miss Lund or Ms. Taylor, Ms. Gilbert. And then that's the abbreviation for the word Miss or Ms. Right? Traditionally in history, that meant, right, a female who was not yet married, right, would be Miss. But as rights for women have evolved and are trying to equalize, right, many women, whether married or unmarried, prefer to be called by Miss or Ms. and keep their name that they grew up with, where traditionally in the past it had been thought that a woman who married would take her husband's name, right? The person to whom she is marrying's name, but that has changed as we've moved to modern time. So Miss, Ms., right? Again, you can see the letters, right? The M and the S. Then our last abbreviation does not start with an M. Capital D, R, period. Take a quick moment. Do you know for what this abbreviation stands? I bet you do. This is the abbreviation for doctor. So if you go to see Dr. Miller, or upstairs there's a teacher named who is Dr. Burrows. Doctor. Capital D, R, period. And again, you can see the letters D and R. Right? In most of the cases, it's the first letter and the last letter. Did you notice that? In Mrs., we get the M, R, and S. Right? Capturing beginning, middle, end. But those are the abbreviations I want you to work on today. Right? If your family was to quiz you on those, would you remember capital letters? Would you remember periods? Those are important parts of what we're doing. And then, scholars, the bonus word is a capital city again today. And it's the capital city of Asuncion. Asuncion. Asuncion is the capital of Paraguay. Asuncion. Taking a quick look at the map. Asuncion, right here, is the capital of Paraguay. Right? Earlier this week, we did Buenos Aires, Argentina. Just north and east of there, right? A landlocked country, right? Most of these countries, if you take a look, right, are along the coast. But Paraguay is landlocked. Asuncion is that capital. Asuncion, Paraguay. And maybe for today, if you'd like to work on the optional enrichment, you could make a picture of someone, Mrs. Someone, right? So someone you know who goes by Mrs., or someone you know who goes by Mr., or Miss, or Ms., or Doctor. Make a little illustration, a little portrait of that person. And then, scholars, remember that part is optional enrichment. You can send that photo to your teacher by submitting it. But the required part, remember, go to that spelling Google form, answer those 5 spelling questions, use this video or the sample notebook page in the post, click submit at the bottom of the form, send those answers to your teacher. Thanks for joining me on this lesson today about abbreviations. One final abbreviation before you go. TTYL. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow.